This show is brought to you by Directory.com, the safest way to hire a contractor.
And we are back. I hope you have some coffee or tea left. I'm done with mine. It's my third cup today. And we have one last story for you. Flip a flop HGTV scam. Adam Ronsman has the story. Go ahead, brother.
Yes, sir. So Bill Dunning and Brent Hawthorne had purchased a home that was renovated on HGTV's Flip or Flop Las Vegas in 2017. The show was hosted by Bristol and Aubrey Marunde, a married couple and contractor real estate duo who flip houses. The Dunnings and Hawthorns bought the home for $282,000 while they were living in Seattle, and they were looking to retire in Nevada. And they didn't find out that the home was going to be featured on Flip or Flop until after they bought it. The couple said the homeowner's side was, they said the Marundes made the renovations look legal when they actually weren't. The house was allegedly flipped without the required permits. And according to the complaint, Bristol Marunde was not a licensed contractor at the time of the show, and he never had even been one. They also claimed the Marundes represented the quality of the renovation, misrepresented the quality of the renovations. After they moved in, they found only 10 of the 39 inspection items had been fixed. They had issues like a green pool, hazardous fireplace, bad electrical work, shoddy plumbing causing sewage smells, and a shower that had no hot water. They estimated it would cost them over $150,000 to bring the house up to codes. Now, Dunning and Hawthorne sued the Marundes for fraud. They also named HGTV, the real estate agent, and the home inspector as co-defendants. Now, the other side of the story, the Marundes and HGTV, they either denied the allegations or they just stated they were, quote, without sufficient information to admit or deny the allegations, end quote. That sounds fishy to me. The Marundes have stated that they've renovated more than 150 homes in the Las Vegas area. Now, the outcome was a year later in 2018, the case was settled. Dunning and Hawthorne got $50,000 plus a repurchase price of $284,000, returning the home back to the Marundes. After the settlement, the Marundes sued Dunning and Hawthorne, alleging they violated the confidentiality agreement by speaking about the case, causing irreparable economic and emotional harm. That case got dismissed in 2022. The original home was later resold for $325,000, most likely by the Marundes. Dunning and Hawthorne have since bought another home nearby.
What a story. This is the only story that we have today that does not have that confidential settlement. I see all other threes did have it. Clay, what's your take on it?
Yeah, I was a little confused because then after the settlement, they tried to go back and sue them for violating the confidentiality agreement. Like say, if that language is in there and then you break it, boy, they come after you. But that case ultimately got dismissed. So maybe who knows what they said or what they posted that prompted that lawsuit. But man, anytime there's a settlement, they make you sign some kind of confidentiality stuff. That's pretty regular.
Yes. What do you think about this story in general? So for me is they remodel the house. I'm confused because the home, the way I read it, so the home was remodeled before they sold it, and then they surprised that it's gonna be. They did not. What does it mean? They only found out that the home would be featured in Flipla after buying it. So that was like kind of done deal. Like how can you sell a house and then just inform new buyers then it will be featured on Flip or Flop?
I have heard some of these real estate shows happen that way. They make it look like buyers shopping different homes when they've already bought one of them.
I see.
So this one, they probably purchased it.
Fake it before you make it.
Hey, maybe.
or kind of, well, not really. It's opposite of fake it before I make it. It's make it to fake it.
Yeah, right.
weird. Like it's already done, but you're faking it like it's not done.
Right.
Can you imagine? I mean, we've all probably been at home closings, either buying or selling a home, and there's 150 signatures that you got to do, all these disclosures. I mean, the idea that you would go through all of that process and then afterwards be like, oh yeah, and this house is going to be featured on Flip or Flop Las Vegas. Congratulations. It's like that was pretty strikingly odd. But I'm like you, Adam. I've certainly heard stories where it's like the decision's already been made. They're just going through the motions of filming to create to create the show. So it sounds like there's something kind of funny afoot here. But man, the idea that you're on this show and that you're getting a home renovation, that all this stuff's going to be nice and new, and certainly is made to look that way by the time it's post production and airs. And then there's things like a green pool and fireplaces that don't work, and sewage smells coming out of the bathroom, showers that don't work. I mean, it certainly lends to the idea that they're dressing it up to make it look pretty for TV, and ultimately the homeowners are the ones who lose out. So that's the sad part here, and oftentimes seems like that's the case.
So my question is, where is home inspection in all of this? Because when you buy a house, you inspect it like any proper home inspection, because who's going to sell a house or buy the house without inspection, right? So this screams to me a gold digging story. So you probably did have inspection, and now you bought the house and you realize and it's going to be featured on the show, which I still don't understand how you did not know it before, after you purchased it. Like, and now you're going through renovations. Now you're finding issues while it's in the show. Now it's like you're in the spotlight, and now you want more. And I think, just like in the previous story, $150,000 to bring the house up to code. I mean, we're talking about $300,000 house. How is it possible a $300,000 house cost $150K to bring up to code? Like, I get it that you did not pull some permits, but we're not talking about they didn't do this or like, right? And also on that, they are saying that he's not licensed contractor, the homeowner. Like, if he's a homeowner, he doesn't have to be licensed contractor. Like, as a homeowner, you can buy a house, and while you're living in a house, you can do a lot of work without permits as a homeowner. I mean, you can pull a permits, I guess, technically, but you don't have to be licensed contractor for it. You go to the city, you pull a permit and stuff. I don't know. It just interesting allegations. But $150,000 to bring house up to code after you bought it, it's weird. It feels to me that they are taking advantage of the network. That's how I read this story. Would you agree?
Well, some of the items were pretty significant, like the electrical work, sewage smells, no hot water in the shower. I would think, like, my thought is the show's called Flip or Flop, but do any of them actually flop? Like, this TV show's got to make money somewhere, but it sounds like some of them maybe do flop.
So, and this case also was dismissed in 2020. So, and the house was resold for $325, but so they bought it for $282 in 2017. In 2022 or later, they sold it for $325, probably inflation and stuff. But still, like, if the house been sold for $325, I would think anybody who's paying that price probably would inspect the work and stuff. I don't know. This one is really weird. And also, just to show you how complicated some of these houses are. And you know how we always say in business, learn how to say no to the homeowner, learn how to say no to the contractor. You don't have to take every deal. You don't have to agree to everything. Like, even if you're doing a show, you don't have to do the show out of every house. Sometimes you have to know. I actually have been invited to be a roofer on one of the HGTV shows back in the day, 2018 or 2019 season. Wow. And they we did re-roof the garage on the house, so it was like $70,000 project here in St. Paul, and the house was actually on the show. But they told us the roofing is boring. Nobody wants to see a roofing on the show, and that's true. Like they want to see how you pick a backsplash color, or they want to see insides. That's what attracts people. Like new roof, like it's not part of the show. So I'm like, I get it, but I would argue here too, like some homes should not make to the show. Learn how to say no, because this is, to me, is not a good story. I
Man,
don't know.
I can't believe they want to watch you put down ice and water shield and drip edge and make them interact the right way. I mean, that's pretty exciting, pretty thrilling stuff. Notable though, you got to give some credit to the host. And as part of the settlement, they did buy the house back from the people and paid them $50,000. So there was like some ownership of having done something wrong. And then it looks like they had them sign that confidentiality, and the homeowners still talked some junk about them.
You got $50,000. I mean, come on. Like,
Be fair.
What
We'll try to do the same as contractors. We'll do our best.
Yeah. What a mess. Well, comment below what you guys think about today's episode. I learned a lot. When I saw it in my notes, when I saw the research for this episode today, I know I will never watch another episode of HGTV like I used to. You probably gonna do the same. What a story! What are insights? Comment below what you think, and I'll see you on the next video and on the radio next Saturday.